All my life I spent my summer holidays in my dad's garage. We were repairing cars and a family passion and sort of bred into us, I think. I didn't really want to work with my dad, so I went to work at the garage up the road doing wagons and stuff. I get covered in muck and dust and rubbish all the time, rubbing filler out all day, and it is rewarding, but it's just a horrible job. And that's when barbering started after that. A full change of career, same attention to detail, but you get to meet loads of different people and it's enjoyable. My first car was a Citroen AX that my dad bought damaged. While I was repairing the Citroen AX, he gave me a 2CV to drive around in, and I was, 18-year-old, I was embarrassed. I didn't know what to think. It was devastating for me. Because all my friends had nice cars, When you get a little bit older, that's when it sort of comes to you. When the Army first came out, I think it was like mid-60s. They were very, very basic. Let's say 600cc. In this country especially, there were rock boxes. Salt just killed them. That's why there's none left, and they probably want the safest car. Most of them probably got scrapped. So there's a few about in this country, but not many. If you ever get a nice day in this country, it's just nice to get the windows down, to bob about and see people, and so all the comments and looks that it gets, just because it's so unusual. People don't actually know what the car is and it isn't labelled up. People just know it's a Citroen because it's got the chevrons on front, but other than that, people haven't got a clue what it is. Well, having the car outside brings everybody's interest. In a way, it's a bad thing because you can't beep your horn and start effing and blinding out that window because everybody knows where you are. But it broke down the other week, and I think there were more people saw it back at breakdown truck than what they do outside the shop. When we bought the car, we went to France to collect it. It was just untidy, battered and bruised and bits of all sorts living inside it. My dad's got like big ramps that he puts the 2 CVs in the back of, and that was a plan with the Army. It just fit in with way, so a lot of measuring and finding out the dimensions of the car. But when we got there, we realised we've got 2 big bumpers up front and back, and it just didn't fit. We couldn't shut the back doors, so it was straight out with a grinder, chopped the front end off it. Every panel's been welded, filled, replaced. We removed the mirrors, so I put some nice little tidy bullet mirrors on it. Full paint, removed bumpers, and smoothed it all out, and just basically made it look a little bit sleeker and lowered it quite a lot. We had to have a special conversion plate made for the wheels because Citroen's, the A series, are on their own PCD. They're a 3 stud pattern, so you can't get another wheel to fit them. So my dad started having these conversion plates made and buying these wheels in, but they take the same 2CV tyre, so they fit in the wheel arches as well, But then with the spacers have brought the wheels out, so it makes it give it a better stance as well. Basically, it's a rolling chassis, so you can lift the body straight off. It's on it's just like suspension springs, like a canister underneath, and they pull outwards, so it's really easy to lower it or lift it up. You just twist the torsion bars around and it just either goes down or goes up. The engine, it's got inboard disc brakes, and it's just a flat 6 engine. It's just really, really simple. Just 2 spark plugs. It's really cheap to maintain. It takes about 2 litres of oil. It's really very slow going up hills, it's terrible. Up and down gearbox, but once you get used to the car and know how it drives, you know, you've just got to work it. You feel like you are kicking its arse, but it does it will go. And round corners, it's not too bad. I think I've surprised a few people. You come up to a roundabout and just knock it into second and fly around the roundabout, and people are just a bit like, didn't expect that, you know. But then when they catch up with you again at a hill. I had like an idea of how I wanted it to look, but never actually realised how it'd turn out. When you've put so much time and effort into doing a car and doing all the bodywork, you do have, you know, it's sort of part of you as such, you know, and it's, you know, it's a pleasure then, you know, and I'm not ashamed. People do take mickey and I'm not ashamed to be driving around in it. I've thought about selling a couple of times. When it first done and I've been offered quite good money for it, there were a couple of cars that I fancied. I do fancy something a bit quicker, but everybody said, you know, it's part of the shop now. Everybody knows it's yours, and it's just, you know, put a lot of work and effort into it. You can never sell it. People actually now look for the car to see if I'm open or not. And if the car's not here, and there's a time when it hasn't been here and I have been open, and they've driven past and come back when the car's parked outside, you know, and it's sort of like a really massive A-board to have outside your shop.